Hey. I think we're back. Yes. Cool. I'm not sure what this window is doing here. Uh, all right. Okay, cool. It's been a while. It's been a minute. So I'm kind of like a little bit like what goes where, at what time does the thing happen, and is it working? So it looks like it is working. So I'm gonna do this. What's up, Arthur? Hey, good to see you. Good to see you. It looks like you changed your screen name or whatever. So you use that at as part of the A. Love it. Love it. Let me move a couple things around here. Don't need this anymore. Alrighty. So, okay, so I want to talk about today. Well, let's see. It's not quite 8:30. So, I'm going to talk about the sweatshirt first. So, we had Christmas since the last time that we hung out, and my daughter got me this sweatshirt, or made this sweatshirt for me. I don't know if you can see, but it has this big sack of potatoes with like a wavy arm, and it says potatoes. Um, and yeah, so she got it for me. It's hilarious. So she says that hugging me is like hugging a sack of potatoes. I guess I'm kind of like lumpy and whatnot, like a sack of potatoes. So anyway, I love it. I think it's hilarious. I think anytime you have something that you can wear that embodies your family roasting you, it's just awesome. So anyway, so that is that's that. That's kind of like, Christmas break was crazy. Had a lot of just nut stuff happening with my family, and I'm kind of ready to get back into it. Extended family, ready to get back into it, ready to kind of learn some new things and play around with some new stuff, which brings us to what we're talking about today. So it is now officially 8:30, so I'll kind of start talking about why I'm doing what I'm doing. So Astro is kind of this big static site generator plus islands whatever. Yeah, this islands is something that people love explaining to me, even after I've said I understand islands. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't fully understand it, and that's why people feel compelled to keep explaining it to me. But Astro is this really cool static site generator, and I've used a handful of static site generators in the past. Started with Jekyll, which is a Ruby-based one, really cool. Feel like it was probably like one of the grandparents of the idea of static site generation. Super big fan of Jekyll, but I found it hard to use Jekyll long term because I stopped using Ruby. And so when I wasn't using Ruby anymore, it just kind of felt like a huge pain to kind of like jump back into that world, jump into a different package manager, a different language, all of that stuff to build my static site. So I started looking at other things. I think I had like a brief stint with Gatsby, which just did not work for me mental model wise as a static site generator. Um, and landed eventually on 11D, which I think is really cool. I really like 11D. There's a lot of really neat things about it. I think collections are really cool. The way they use tags to organize collections is very cool. I'm doing a lot of that stuff on my site. I got super into 11D. The problem that I'm having with 11D is, well, the problem began when I used a blog starter, and the blog starter uses a templating language called Nunjux, and Nunjux is kind of I mean, it's like the only place I've seen it used is in 11D. Um, and so it's pretty cool, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna try and use Liquid, which is kind of a more common templating language. Um, I wanted to use it because the email program that I use, or email service that I use, ConvertKit, uses Liquid for anything that is dynamic. And I figured, well, I really don't have any space in my head for like like raw templating languages anymore. But if I'm gonna have hold space for one of them, I should just use the same one everywhere. And in that, I found I had a really hard time converting my blog. I did it very like step by step. I kind of like moved this template and changed this template and changed this template, and I was like kind of had that moment where it was like, okay, ta-da! Like I changed the last thing and it should work. And ta-da, it did not. Like some of the plugins just weren't working the way that I was supposed to, and I just didn't really know where to go. Had a hard time trying to figure that out. Didn't want to start from scratch, but I was incredibly frustrated. This was like several hours of work. I kind of just felt like I had wasted it. Um, so got me thinking. I've used Astro a couple times for like small sites. I used it for React Holiday, but I kind of wasn't thrilled with the lack of that same collections concept. I think that concept is really cool in 11D, and I kind of have gone on many tirades about how not only does it not have like collections, I mean, you can use the globs to get the data that you want, yes, which is really cool. I like that. Um, but like something that bothers me is that you have like this the pagination. You have this paginate if you paginate stuff in 11D, um, not 11D. I'm gonna do that a lot probably today. If you paginate stuff in Astro, you have access to like a next and previous page, which is super cool, but you just get the URL, which is like kind of annoying. Like, so like you can only ever have a URL and then you can like statically say what you want to say, but like you don't get any of the front matter data, like the title or like description or any of that kind of stuff, or the image stuff that would actually be useful in presenting like what the next thing is. So I find that frustrating about Astro, but I kind of had this moment of like, okay, like am I just holding on to this thing that doesn't really matter? Because like on a blog, it really doesn't make a lot of sense to just do like a next thing. It's really like that kind of progressive React Holiday type of thing where I really want it. So anyway, I don't know. I'm gonna see if I can get over that and use Astro for a blog because I think it'll probably be better fit for me long term. So that's what we're doing today. Anyway, yeah. So let's see what I missed. See what's going on. Okay. Oh shoot, I should probably. It's been a while, so I'm doing this thing again. Oh, look at me. So Twitter's up there. Oh shoot. Can we add this? Yeah, cool. Hey Arthur, good to see you again. Good morning from San Diego. Yeah, talking about usernames. Making consistent username across platforms is tough business. This is like honestly why I don't use Twitch right now because like @Chantastic is not used, but it's locked. And so there's actually like I have this theory that I think I set it up back when it was Justin TV with an email address that I no longer have access to, and that like I'm blocking myself from it. So yeah. What's up, Travis? Good to see you. Let's see. I am a rock. I am an art. That's funny. Okay, cool. So let's do this. Okay, so we got this. If I can find my mouse. I got too many screens going up here. That keeps popping up, but I don't want it. Okay. Let's go to Astro build. So this is what we're going to be spending the bulk of our time on today. I have a bunch of files over there. And I didn't account for you seeing how gross my desktop was. So I have a bunch of files over here, and the thing that I want to focus on today is going through the blog starters. So we have let's see, where can we search this? So I've searched for this before. So if we go to Astro blog starter, something like that, blog themes. So Astro does have a lot of blog themes, and if I understand this correctly, these themes are basically just repos that have kind of like been forked off at a point in time from a basic starter and then kind of built upon. So if you are looking for a quick and easy kind of give me a blog in Astro type of thing, there are many of them here. So that is cool. You can kind of see which one looks like, how you want it to look, see if it has some of the features that you're looking for. It should say here like maybe you want to use Tailwind or whatnot. So All that stuff is here. There's one in particular that might catch your eye, and I think that's what we might start with today, which is there's an official one. Where is it? Doop-de-doop-de-doop. Can't find it. Can't find it today. Where is it? Where you at? Anyway, there's an official one. Oh, here it is, blog. That we will be using today as kind of like just kind of exploring what some of the options are, which is pretty cool. Built by with Astro. Now, this is not what I'm looking for. There is a guide that actually goes through how to build a blog, and that's what I want to do today, if I can find it. Docs Astro, build your first blog with Astro. Okay, so this is the doc that we're going to be going through today, just to learn all of the things that we need to know about building a blog with Astro. It's actually pretty nice. I haven't gone through it, but I did kind of skim the beginning of it before deciding that I wanted to stream on it. It kind of goes like really far back into like, this is an editor. This is like what deploying stuff means. Not super into that as part of a kind of tutorial on building a website. I'm very much for having that content available as if you've never built a website, this is an editor, like go over here. I do find that it kind of like is a little bit of a roadblock if you're just building something from, and you already know what an editor is. An editor. So let's kind of find out how to navigate this. So we're going to build your first blog with Astro along the way, set up your deployment environment, create pages, blog posts for your website. All right, so what do? I guess we check this and say that we're interested in moving forward. So what do I need to get started? How do I use checklists at the bottom of the page? I think if I remember correctly, if I can grab the edge of this. Come on. Yeah, okay. So to show us this progress, and I think these checklists, yes, relate to this little progress bar on the right. This is a really cool implementation. I'm super stoked on this. It is a little odd that if you're at the wrong viewport, you don't see it at all. And so it's just like clicking this checkbox thing and I have no idea what the hell's happening. So anyway, open up to the right screen size and you'll be able to see your progress through any given section. Okay, so what else do we need to do? Unit 1, things I already know how to do. Can I skip it? Yes. So yeah, again, I think that this would make a lot more sense as like a prerequisite instead of like a unit 1 on this, but let's jump over to unit 1. Prepare your environment, write your first line of Astro, start a repository online, deploy. Don't care about any of that kind of stuff right now. Okay, so check into unit 2. Okay, so this is where we're going to be spending most of our time just building an Astro site. Now, I'm pretty sure... Now, this is the problem with... This is the hazard of kind of like starting from 2 is... create your first Astro page. I don't know if it's going to... Am I going to generate a site at some point? No, that's in 1. That's the one thing that I need to know from 1. This is going to be stupid. I promise you. That's one guarantee I can make about these streams is they're going to be stupid. So yeah, thanks for being here if you like stupid things. All right, so here we go. I finally found it. It's number 2 of 1, the section that shouldn't be in this thing. So let's make a new thing. So npm create Astro latest is what we'll be using. That's going to create a new Astro site. It's going to ask us some questions. Let's see if they talk about the questions being asked. Nope, doesn't seem to. So let's see what it asks. So where would you like to create your project? Yeah, well, let's just call this bloggy thingy. Now, so we want to start with an empty project a few best practices, or a personal website starter kit. Now, I think that this tutorial is going to take us through everything that we need to know. So I'm going to say empty project for now. I do think that this kind of basic project with all of the folders set up makes a lot of sense if you're just kind of starting a new project. But let's go with empty. Get just the bare minimum. Okay, would you like to install dependencies? Yes. Takes a minute. Okay. I keep losing my mouse between these three displays that I'm using. Let's see. Would you like to initialize a Git repository? Sure. I don't really think I'm going to use it for anything, but let's try. So how would you like to set up TypeScript? Strict. Sure. I don't know a lot about TypeScript, so this should be interesting, but I'm here for the defaults, you know? Okay. I'm going to cd into our bloggy thingy. We're going to npm run dev, as it says. And so you know what? Okay, this is big. I do appreciate that it says, use Control-C to stop. That definitely kind of is something a lot of people don't know. Kind of like hangs people up. So yeah, good job. This is good insight right here where you need it. And I also appreciate that this is like a small, like it's really condensed. A lot of times you get like just a ton of information that you just don't give a shit about. So good job. You've made this friendly. I appreciate this. So this is really nice. Good stuff. So add a framework like React or Tailwind using Astro add. Okay, so that's going to be good to know, I think. npm run dev. All right, so we have localhost. Let's put this in a split, I guess. Cool, we have Astro. Okay, and this is what we expect. Given this, it looks like they might have some kind of font. Oh, and they said empty project, so great. We're in the right spot. Unfortunately, I can no longer jump around, so let's do that. Let's get to 2 and check into unit 2. Cool. If you want to follow along with me, you're more than welcome to. This is kind of, we're just exploring right now. Okay, let's open this in code, VS Code. All new. Okay, so this is interesting. So there's an empty Git repository, but it didn't commit anything, which is fascinating. Typically, with these, there's, when it initializes a Git repository, there's an initial commit that's like, Astro generated or something like that. Interesting that they've chosen not to commit those. I'll do that now. Git commit, what's it going to be? npm run, no, npm create Astro at latest. Okay, cool. All right, so this should be white now, so we're good on that. Where we are now, so you can find the code at this point in the tutorial on GitHub and StackBlitz. Okay, I can't because I didn't go through that part of the tutorial. In this unit, you'll create your first Astro page with the .astro syntax, add blog post with Markdown file, style an individual page with style, apply global styles across pages. Along the way, you'll learn 2 sections of Astro file. Okay, cool. Let's progress. So we're going to create a new Astro file. So in the files pane of your code editor, navigate to the folder source pages, and create a new file named Astro or about Astro. Copy or retype the contents of the index Astro into your, okay, so pages, new file, about.astro. Okay, let's look at this index Astro file. Okay, so it has a front matter block here, and then a basic HTML template. So that's why they want us to copy it. We will do as they say. Let's change this a little bit. chan.dev/bios. Is that what it is? Yeah. Grab that. This is handy, by the way, to have pages for this kind of stuff. I don't know if this is a good, actually my most recent one, but it is one that I at some point used. Okay, so let's navigate to that page. Okay, cool. So we got it. Okay. Now, just a real quick aside. So over the December break, I did a 25-day email series at React Holiday on the new Next.js stuff. And actually, let's go back to this. So on Next.js, so Next.js 13 has this new app directory. It's pretty cool, and it basically completely borrows kit.svelte.dev. Okay, so it completely borrows the folder, like kind of innovative static page folder structure and file naming conventions from Svelte. And I feel like Svelte is probably doing the coolest stuff in terms of file naming conventions. And they're doing it by getting away from the idea that a file should correlate to a page, which is what we're seeing here. So right here we have a file, and that file becomes a first class a first class route. So we made a file called about, and then that becomes the route about here. Now, having for a month used this new style where you actually have to make a page dot whatever extension file, it feels very right. It feels like the way that it should be, because I want to be able to co-locate components and other files inside of directories without them becoming pages. It also makes nested layouts pretty cool. So anyway, doing this, it kind of like it kind of just hit me how much I don't like this style. So anyway, that's neither here nor there, just a kind of thought. But I mean, this is like kind of like standard. I mean, it feels weird only kind of like by this whiplash of having been in that world for a month, coming back to like a components, layouts, pages, like separate directories that you have to kind of like traverse every time you want to go in and out of those. I don't know. If I had to bet, I think that Svelte is definitely going to kind of change the way that all of these frameworks do this, but I don't know. I could be wrong. So where are we at? Okay, so in this file, so we made a Astro. So add the about to, okay, yep, we did that. Right now, your about should look exactly the same as the first page. Okay, it does not, because we did all this already. Add navigation links. I have I have kind of like not a strong relationship with this type of tutorial. I know that like, and I don't know what the answer is. Sorry, rant real quick. I really don't like tutorials that are like spoon feeding you every single thing that you need to think. This is different from like telling you every command that you need to run and doing everything, but like just spoon feeding you like every single thing that like should be going through your head when you're doing this. I find so irritating. Now I understand that like people are at different phases, you know, and so I think that, I mean, it's clear through this that, you know, if you have a whole section on just like how to code, you're really going for a certain like demographic, like that kind of like early developer thing, which I think is fine. You know, you get to choose who you're marketing to. I wish that there was a better way to do both. right? Like just give me the steps, and then I don't know, like you click a button and then it just poof, like fleshes out with a bunch of words. Um, I don't know. I'm not sure how to do that. If I knew, it'd be great, but I don't. Uh, oh shoot! Oh my gosh! I hit a scroll state on comments, and I apologize. I have missed them. I thought it was just the same thing for forever. Yes, let's go through these. Oh my gosh! So sorry, everybody. Wow, look at this. I'm such a terrible person. Um, Maple Leaf, hello. Hey, good to see you. And maybe I should do this one. Does that make more sense? Yes. Maple Leaf. Oh, hey, Astro core team member. Hey, glad you're here. Um, Emotional support. I mean, tech support. Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Yes. I want to like if I like I want to apologize in advance because I get like super like irritated about little things, and this is again like I respect that these things are for different people, and so like I will be expressing my uh, point of view as going through these, but it's just one of like literally thousands, as I know you're quite aware of, I'm sure. So that's that. Arc browser is like throwing me off. I'm like, where's the nav bar? Yeah. So for those who are confused by this browser, this is Arc. I've been loving it. I love this like kind of like two up type of thing. It's great. Oh shoot. Streaming fail. This is Arc, not my face is Arc. This is Arc. Two up. Pretty cool. Let's see. And then, man, Ecamm is really throwing me off right now. It keeps throwing the preview thing up in my space. Remove from broadcast. Okay. I think we're good. Let's see. Travis, what do you think of the Arc browser? I tried for half a day and liked some parts, but okay. Okay, so this is my take on Arc on the Arc browser real quick. Arc is really awesome. One of my favorite things about Arc is that I can set up different profiles and spaces together, which is awesome. So, what is this? I don't want to like kind of screw around with this like too much, but like so this is a profile and a space like combined. So I have like this is my Notion and Gmail and YouTube and Twitter, all that kind of stuff, and this is like for me. But then I can switch panes, and so if I do that, shoot, I don't want to mess up too much. If I do that, then I have all of these things. These are for my work. So this is like my works Notion and email and YouTube and whatever. And it's really great to kind of have those things separated. For me, I really like to be able to be like, okay, I'm in my personal mode, and then just swipe over, and now I'm in my work mode. And it's really cool because I've tried using the authentication systems for like various, like trying to use Notion's multi-login thing and Google's multi-login thing. Like trying to do all that stuff is just really frustrating for me. So, and I just felt like I was logging in all the time. So this I can kind of like keep all that stuff together, which is super cool. I'm not sure why Maple Leaf. I apologize for having you up there again. Let's see. Can we take that out? Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. So that's Arc. Also, Astro Core team member Erica, thank you so much for being here. Again, I I want to apologize in advance. None of this is just my experience going through this, and so yeah, I please don't take anything that I say as like the way that things need to be, except for the way that I think of them for me. So yeah, that's it. So Maxie, hello, good to see you. Oh, I don't think I put Erica on here. Good to see you, Erica. Thank you for being here. Yeah. All right. I am so sorry that I missed all this. I feel so bad. Okay, cool. So a lot of cool stuff. Okay, cool. Yeah, try to. Okay, so we're here. Man, I need to have some kind of like escape hatch. Like have someone be able to like text me and be like, "Hey, yo, scroll, dude, scroll." Um, Okay, so cool. So we're on this. Yeah, man. Now I feel nervous because there's like people, and we got Maple Leaf and Erica who like actually know Astro, and like this. I have that like panic now. Okay, cool. So getting over it real quick. So let's go into editing a page. We did that already. So now we're gonna add navigation links. So let's get into our navigation. So I'm just gonna copy and paste this. Copy, paste. I guess let's put it in the body right there. Save. Okay, so we have home and about. Those work about as I expected. Okay, cool. So I suspect that we're gonna get into like layouts probably next. So I have a habit of kind of like jumping in and like doing the thing that ends up being the next instructional. So let's not do that. See, so Astro uses standard A HTML elements to navigate. Okay, cool. Move eCam out of the way so I don't, oh shoot, miss this stuff again. No pressure. You got 12 minutes to figure it out. Okay, let's see. Okay, so what do we have? Okay, so HTML elements. I love that that we have anchor elements. I think that's killer. So try it yourself. Add a blog page. So add a third page blog Astro to your site, following the same steps as above. Don't forget to add a third navigation link. Okay, so this. I should turn off notifications. Create a new file. Okay, so let's do that. So do this blog, change that to blog, save. And then that will take us to blog. It doesn't exist yet. So actually let's just stay on that page and see what happens. So, okay. Let's copy this again. New file. Blog.astro. I can't tell you how many times I have pretty much, I mean, I do this all the time, but particularly on stream, like I can't tell you how many times I have like gone ahead and done the thing. I'm like, oh yeah, so I'll probably want to do this, that, and the other thing, and it's like the next like 2 steps are exactly that. Or I'll have a question and I'll go around Google, and it's like the next like little info block. Like it's just my lot in life is to think through stuff unnecessarily. I actually did. This is neither here nor there. But like, okay, so I did this starting in October. I did this whole I'd spent a lot of money, and I did like a whole like battery of like psychological testing and evaluation and whatnot. And like there was like a part of me that like wanted them to be like, oh, okay, like you're totally messed up in these ways, and then like have it explain all my entire life. And that did not happen. They were like, yeah, like you're pretty normal, sorry, you're just crazy anxious. So yeah, anyway, I so through this we've determined that like I just have zero ability to determine like what is and isn't important, like at all. Like brain can't like figure it out. Like two things are like both things are always important. So I do have like kind of some like OCD tendencies that kind of like make everything feel like critically important. Number one, everything's an emergency. So anyway, but largely for the rest of it, I'm kind of like pretty average across the board. All right, so let's do this. Oh, the sound is repeating. Interesting. I wonder why that is. Let me see. Interesting. Let me check that real quick. I apologize that it's doing that. Let me see. Is that so real quick, is that an experience that everyone is having? Is it repeating like an echo? Oh, computer. Okay, cool. Awesome. I just missed it. See, like case and point, if I had just read two more down, I would have been like, "Oh no, it's my computer, sorry." No, but yep. Nope, did it. Uh yeah, no, read the rest. That's right. Yep. Yep. See? In action. That's happening in real life right now. No jokes. Okay, so here we go. Back to it. So publish your changes to the web. Now I'm not going to do this right now, just because I don't want to go through those steps. Okay, so we're gonna say I'm good with these. Let's go. Let's move on. Actually, let's look at these. So file-based routing, Astro, and Astro page HTML. It'd be interesting to kind of like go off on that tangent, but I really want to like keep on this path right now. So, okay, so write your first Markdown blog post. Okay, so now that you have built pages using Astro file, let's make some blog posts using md.md file. So get ready to make new folder, Okay. Create your first .md. So create a new directory at source pages posts. Okay. Add a new empty file, post 1 inside your post folder. Look for this page in the, okay. So, what do we have? So pages, and then what was it? Post 1.md. Change the browser URL to post 1. Okay, good. Okay, so the Markdown seems to have worked right away. Test 1, 2, 3. Seen that commercial with the lollipops and the owl? It's a very child of the 80s thing, so maybe not. Hands up if you know what I'm talking about with the owl. The what is that? It's the Tootsie Roll Pop, I think. What's at the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop? Okay. Okay, so our Markdown works. So this is cool. So Markdown just works. I mean, I didn't do anything special. I didn't like configure it. So I guess Markdown just works in Astro, which is sick because Markdown's awesome. Okay, change your browser. Instead, this page you have not created yet. This is the, like, do I go through every step? I probably should. Test or post 2. Let's do that. Post 2. Okay. Oh, here's some sample posts. Look at this right here. Right below the thing that was right in front of me that I didn't read. Okay. Save, and then I don't know if there's a post 2. Post 1. It doesn't look like it. That's fine. Okay, so save that. It automatically reloaded. I didn't do anything. It just did its own thing. So super cool. Check your browser preview. Post 1. Use the browser dev tools to inspect the page. Notice that although you have not typed. Okay, cool. Yes, Markdown. So link to your posts. Okay, so link to your first post with an anchor tag in Astro blog. Okay, so I'm assuming the rest of the, oh, you know what? I didn't make a blog. Did I make a blog page? Yes, I did. So inside of this paragraph, we're going to paste that unordered list. Let's change this to blog. And then go to blog. Okay, so we have about, we go to blog, we see a list, we hit post 1, and we're post 1. Nice. Okay, so this is, I mean, so far this is really nice because all of the, like, we're just using HTML. We're just, using HTML for the parts of it that we want to use HTML, and we're using Markdown for the parts that we don't want to be HTML. But both of them are working. We haven't had to set anything up, no configuration, which is freaking awesome. I love that. I'm going to scan this real quick because we didn't look at it before. So this is the extensions. So it's recommending Astro build, launch. I'm not totally sure what this is. If someone is familiar with what this launch JSON thing is, I would love to know. Let's see, favicon pages. I've actually put all of this in here except for the index.astro and the env.d.ts. Reference types Astro client. Interesting. Is that inside? Let's do this. Let's go inside of node modules. We're going to Acorn, Astro. There should be a client, I'm assuming. Okay, here we go. Client d.ts. Okay, cool. So we have, where was that file? I don't remember. But anyway, it's referencing this types file, which sets up images, it looks like, or has types for images, and then also references a client base, which we can see here. Client base.d.ts, which has significantly more. So this is going to be for, looks like Markdown files up at the top. We have some CSS and CSS modules here, different media, non-image media, font files, cool, bunch of types. And then there was an import meta. One last one here. It looks like these are global. Yeah. Okay, cool. Nice, good to know. That's what that is referencing. So that's our env.d.ts. Get ignore, awesome. Astro config. So yeah, so nothing too exciting. So we have define config. We pull in the Astro config. I guess I could, what is it, F12? Does that take me there? Astro config. So vite config import vite.user config. Astro user config. Okay, cool. Okay, so it's there if I need it, but that's kind of like a default one, I guess. So yeah, it looks like, so package JSON, it doesn't look like, yeah, we have no kind of package setup in here. Our commands, yeah. Cool. And then we're using Astro strict. So if we wanted to change that later on, I know I chose strict right from the beginning. If we wanted to, we can change that. Let's see. CCC. Hello, Kevin. Yeah, no, it's going pretty well. I have one post so far, so doing pretty good, feeling pretty accomplished. Yeah, so all of this is very good. Okay, so we explored that project a little bit. I'm going to close up some of these files. Don't need those anymore. And let's go. So we have our first post. We have a link, one link to our first post, and then we're going to add some content, it looks like, to our second post. So let's pull that up. Post 2, replace what I have. Ton of front matter on these, so I suspect that will come into play momentarily. It looks like we need to add an additional post to make this thing. So we're going to do that. File, new, post 3.md, third blog post. Okay. Now, so add links to the other posts. Okay, we're going to copy this. Big fan of copy paste when going through tutorials. And I do appreciate that these are like, they have the diffs. That is such a big thing in tutorials that like, it's really hard to kind of like know what that balance is of like what you can assume and whatnot. Love the diffs. Okay, cool. Lost my Lost my brain for a second. Okay, so we have post 1, 2, and 3. Let's go back to our blog. Oop, not post blog, just blog. Okay, 1, 2, and 3. Interesting. Okay, so this one has a heading. Okay, so let's look at the difference between these. So post 1 and post 2. Okay, so this one has a heading. This one also has a title. This one just has a title. So it looks like we're probably going to set up a blog template or like a component next, hopefully. Okay, so check your browser, preview links. Yes, okay, cool. So we got that content and Markdown file converted to HTML. HTML. Oh, there's a little quiz. Let's test myself. Checklist. I can create a new folder with source pages for my blog. Yes, I can create a new Markdown file. Yes, I understand that Markdown is another language that, like Astro, produces HTML in the browser. Okay, interesting. Good. Beautiful links. Okay. Okay. So next section, I'm going to find my cursor on this other page and see. Okay, cool. Nope. No new comments. We're good. Alrighty. If you have questions, feel free to ask them. But yes. Okay, so define and use a variable. Okay, define and use a variable. So it's talking about this about Astro page. So let's open about. Let's close this. Okay, about. So what do we have? This is what we have so far. So add the following line of JavaScript in front matter script between the code fences. Okay, so this is interesting. So this is interesting. It refers to this as a code fence. I kind of remember this being a little bit confusing to me the first time I went through Astro to build React Holiday. Is that the terminology is interesting because it's a little bit different because here in an Astro file, that's going to be a code fence because we're actually this is actually JavaScript code. But then, in your Markdown files, this is front matter. So it's a little bit of a mind trip for me to kind of refer those to different things. I would have naturally called this like a front matter block, but clearly as soon as you put code in there, it's not a front matter block. So interesting. I mean, I have to make a mental note about that terminology for sure. Okay, so replace both the static Astro title and about me heading in your HTML with a dynamic variable. Okay, so we're going to use this title instead. Or actually, let's just do this. So page title. And then that's going to be just single curlies, which will also be a little bit of a trip for me, kind of coming from the templates that I've been using in my 11D blog. So got that. Page title. We're going to do the same thing here. So here, page title. Okay. Refresh the live about page. So we're going to go back to about. And then we have about me that's variableized. So we can do that and it will update. Man, it's super fast. That's really fast. Dang it. That's really fast. Man, wildly fast. Okay, so refresh the live preview of the about page. Okay, we did that. Your page. Okay. Yes. Use the same pattern to create a page title value to use in index.astro homepage and blog. Okay, so use the same pattern. So we're going to do this. So let's go to home. which is at index in this code fence. We'll change this to home. We'll put an exclamation on there just to make sure that it worked. Am I in the right page? Index Astro. Maybe I have to refresh this one. No. Oh, duh. Page title. Okay. Home. Okay, cool. Perfect. I didn't need to put an exclamation point there because it's a totally, home is a different word than about. If you did not know, this is something that I learned just now. Okay, cool. So we did that for there, and then we need to go to blog now and then make the same change to blog. Okay, code fence, locked it away, code fence. We're gonna change this to blog. Change this, blog. Awesome. Oh, this blog and blog, however, are the same word. And so if I want to see it, I'm going to have to change it up just a little bit. Let's see. Hello, hello. Oh, hey, I love it. Yes, I'm going to borrow this. I'm going to borrow this from Ben. Yes, about. Okay. Yes. If you're here, oh, I can't copy and paste from here. Okay, I'm gonna do it here. If you're here hanging out with us, you want to hang out with the coolest, kindest, compassionatest, creativist people I know, then let's go to about here, and we're gonna change this up. So we're gonna change this, and let's do this. So we're gonna say, so about. And then let's add a new thing. We'll put, shoot, I can't do this. So what do you say here, Ben? Ben, thank you for getting this out here. So launch dev. Oh, come on. Come on. Ooh, I wonder if this will work. Putting the Markdown down in here. We'll see. We'll see if it works. For creative, curious, and compassionate web developers. Man, my spelling here is atrocious. Let's see, const. Let's see, about text. Let's do that. Okay. Save that. We're gonna do a p tag and do about text. Now, something I'm really curious about is if this is gonna it's not. It's definitely not. It's just gonna be underscores, right? Yeah, okay, of course it is. So if that's the case, can I do an M here, and will that work? Sorry, now we quickly got into the weeds. Okay, now I assume that there's going to be some kind of helper or like pipe or function or something like that where I could do like, Markdown or something like that. Eventually we'll get to that point. As of right now, it is not. So I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it that way as kind of a little bit of a thorn. So if we get that, again, yeah, and then let's let's also add some HTML. Href equals, oh my gosh, the typing today. HTTPS discord.gg/launchdev. Anyway, that's really what we're after. If you want to hang out with some sweet people, that's where to do it. Cool. All right. Oh, I still got you on there, Ben. Thank you. Yeah, good stuff. Thank you so much. Okay, cool. So we got this. We're good to go. Good. Where were we now? Okay, write JavaScript expressions in Astro. Okay, so we did that. I think we got through most of it. We got through the bulk of it, the part that matters. So write JavaScript expressions in Astro. Add the following JavaScript to your formatter between the code fences. You can customize the code for yourself, but this tutorial will use the following example. Okay, so on the About Me page, we're going to copy this. It's setting up some new variables. Okay, so we have const identity has first name, country. Okay, got that. Skills. Okay, so I imagine we'll probably iterate over these. So then add the following code to your HTML template below your existing content. Okay, so this will be placed here. I'm gonna put a horizontal rule here just so we can be super clear about the difference there. Okay, so let's look at this real quick. So we have a, let's see, so a new p tag, a list item with the name. This is interesting. I'm not sure why these are list items, actually. This is kind of, oh, a few things about, okay, fair. I concede. Okay, so yeah, list items, we got that. Okay, so cool. So my skills are, okay, and then another list. Perfect. Okay, so we are, okay, so we're accessing things through this identity object, which is cool. Let's see, right here, identity.hobbies of 0. Two of my hobbies are photography and bird watching. Oh, okay, interesting. So just grabbing those specifically, those particular values. So like if I change this one to 2, it would be baseball, right? Yes. Okay. Okay, cool. Okay, got that. And then here we're just doing a map. Very familiar with this as a React developer, but this is Astro. So I need to, that is something that I kind of have a hard time with sometimes, is like, this is Astro. It just feels a lot like React in these moments. Okay, skills, map, skill, list item. Oh, no key though. So I mean, this is clearly not React if you don't have a key there, which is awesome. Okay, cool. I buy it. I like it. No keys for the win. Writing an Astro template is very much like writing HTML, but you can include JavaScript expressions within it. Okay, cool. Yes, just remembering. Astro. So an Astro file format is written in .astro files. Oh, front matter. So this is confusing. So now there's front matter. I'm legit confused right now. So interesting. Okay. So this is definitely JavaScript. Correct. Okay. Some of these tests are kind of fun, actually. In addition to HTML, Astro syntax allows you to include JavaScript, logical operators, expressions, and functions, Markdown. So we actually put a little bit of Markdown in there, kind of through a variable. It didn't work. So that's that. Man, if I fail one of these, I'm gonna be so, like, I'm gonna have to literally read every word after that. When do you need to write your JavaScript inside curly braces? When you're not sure whether it's correct. In the HTML template section of an Astro component, between code fences in an Astro. Okay, when do you need to write your JavaScript inside curly braces? JavaScript. We're not sure whether it's correct in the HTML template. Yes. Okay. Sorry. I got confused a little bit for a second, and I was really nervous about embarrassing myself. Okay. You can also use your script variables to choose whether or not to render individual elements of your HTML body content. Add the following lines to your front matter script to define variables. Okay, so we are going to define these. Another great thing about copy paste is like, good Lord, you like having to watch me type this would just be infuriating for both of us. Okay, so we added those variables. Okay, so add the following lines below your existing paragraphs. Okay, so now it looks like we're kind of going into Astro land. Yes, Astro land, here we come. Okay, so happy, and I am happy to be learning Astro. I am happy to be learning Astro. Finished, and I finished this tutorial. Did I? No, not even close. Goal. My goal is to finish in 3 days. Well, my goal is to finish in the next hour. Seems unlikely. Let's see. So goal equals 3 days. Okay, so what is this bottom one? My goal is not 3 days. Okay, my goal is not 3 days. So let's change that to 1. My goal is, oop, does that not work? Oh, was it a less than? No, goal equals 3. It appears to be unintentional because the type 1 and 3 have no overlap. Oh, right. Oh, this is kind of interesting. TypeScript, don't know how to do it. All right, we're leaving it 3, and yeah, I guess we're leaving it 3. Unless one of you wants to teach me TypeScript in enough time for me to change this and still learn the rest of this in an hour. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Ben, this. Okay. Okay, so I need a ruling on this actually. So I'm gonna bring this back up. Okay, so over the winter break, we were playing code words with a couple friend of ours. Okay, and and so the word that they chose was astrospace. Okay, the way that they said it was Astro space. Okay, so I'm curious now. I want a ruling on this. Is that cheating in code names? Let me know. Let me know. I will say we let it slide, but I still think it's cheating. Okay, back to the code, where we are not cheating. We're going through every single part of this thing. Okay, so analyze the pattern. Okay, given the following .astro script. Okay, what are we doing here? Oh, is this like a little quiz? For each Astro template expression, can you predict the HTML, if any, that will be... Okay, so this is like I'm being a computer, right? So operating system is going to be Linux. Cool. Actually, I'd love to see how this is marked up. Oh, that didn't work. Why didn't that work? Weird. Okay, I'm gonna have to do it this way. Inspect. Okay, what is this? Okay, so we have Astro code. What's this one? Astro slot. Nothing will display because student evaluates. Oh, okay. That's the answer. Okay, interesting. I want to know what... Okay, so there's this spoiler thing. So there's a spoiler styling, but it is coming in through an Astro slot, it looks like. So I don't know. I'll look that up later. Okay, cool. Not super... I get it. So I'm going to move on, but that is available there, which is cool. We have a ooh from Ben. Okay, so Ben says, I think it depends on whether astrospace or astrospace appear in some dictionary. Yes, yeah. So I think yeah, we didn't look it up, but he was very confident that astrospace was a single word. I think it's just cheating, just full on cheating. I mean, we dominated them, so you know, maybe if it had gone the other way, I would have been pissed. Um, okay, so space in codenamed clues seems fine to me. Like I would absolutely permit ice cream as a clue. Okay, okay, all right. Interesting, interesting. Today I learned. Uh, it is extremely clever, right? And so like I think we were feeling like, well, it's clever. We appreciate the creativity, so go on. Um, okay, cool. Style, man, this is quite the tutorial. Okay, so style an individual page. Okay, so we're gonna get into this real quick. So let's add some styling. This is gonna be on the about page, which we're at. Where does it have me putting this? Okay, so style is going to go in the head. So this is what it would look like. If we were going to do this just in raw HTML, that changes this to purple, which might not show very well with the compression, but trust me, it is some variant of purple, or the HTML variant of purple. Okay, check all 3 pages in the browser. Okay, so this is going to be isolated to this because it's only in this template. Okay, so this is going to be like what? Home black, about page purple, and blog page black. This is cool. I actually like this. I like this mechanic here. This is clever. Okay, the page with the biggest title is about, yeah, about page by 1 letter. Okay, if you're unable to determine the color visually, you can use the dev tools. Okay, cool, nice. And the class name skill to generate. Add the class name skill to generate a list item element on your about page, so you can style them. Your code should now look like this. Okay, so we have skills. Oh, class skill. Got it. Okay. Where were we? Okay, cool. So this will say class. Also coming from React, class, nice. Copy and pasteable HTML, feeling it. Okay. Skill. So we can add this to our style sheet. Save that. And let's see, what does that do? About skills are now green. Your clothes are red. Visit our about page in your browser again. Okay, cool. Use your first CSS. We're gonna kind of like speed this up a little bit because I want to get as far as I can in the next like 50 minutes. So the Astro style tag can also reference any variables from your front matter script using define vars. This is new for me. Directive. You can define variables within your code fence, then use them as CSS variables in the style tag. Define skill color variable by adding it to the front matter script like this. Okay. Again, okay, so now we're in front matter again. Is it called front matter? This is I have perplexedness about what to call these things now. Okay, const, skill, color, navy. Okay, now in here, so update your existing style tag below to first define, then use the skill color variable inside the curly braces. Okay, so we're defining skill color. I'm actually going to type this out. Define :vars skill color. No, I'm not going to type it. Lol. Okay, so that's going to go here. Okay, define vars skill color. Okay, so I'm assuming this is an object and we're using whatever that, I can't remember what it's called, but like where we're putting the key and then it's going to also put the value. So this is like equivalent to like navy. Now I might actually try to, let me override that just out of curiosity. So I'm going to say scale color pink, and not do that. And now use var scale color. Okay, sweet. Var scale color. Okay, cool. So it did change those to pink because we're not using a variable. So then it's going to use this. I can never remember the name of that, but because we're using this property and it's an object, is going to use the key and the value. So it changed it to navy. Perfect. Okay, cool. That matches my expectations. This is interesting. So define vars. Fascinating. Okay, cool. So we learned about define vars. Cool. Try it out yourself. Define CSS variables. Update the style tag. Okay, I'm probably not going to do that right now. We definitely get it. It is interesting. That's quite a few steps. I mean, I guess we could probably have this exist in this like JavaScript scope somewhere and just like define vars from a from an object that's imported. So that might be a way in which I end up using it. Okay, add any missing. Okay, cool. Show me the code. Okay, cool. Yes. Okay, next. And with each section, see if there's any questions. Okay. Honestly, Ben, every time I see purple, I think of you. You've fully co-opted purple in my brain. It's all right. I mean, like I am fully in the Ben Myers purple camp. They are a triple equals for me. Okay. Add a global style sheet. If you've seen the Astro style tag, is scoped by default, meaning that it only affects the elements in its own file. Actually, I've been meaning to. Oh my gosh, why does it keep doing that? Astro. One cool thing about Astro is this like dev mode thing where it gives you this whole control panel where you can screenshot and like inspect stuff. Big fan of that in Astro. So I wanted to see how this actually is scoping them. I think everybody uses different approaches to scoping these. And so this is using, good gracious. So we're using H1 where, and then it's having some kind of like generated selector for this page, it looks like. So I was curious, so can I use .com? I'm going to look for, not like that, where. Okay, so this is something to be aware of if you are, trying to make a site that you want to be used for a number of, for all of the browsers. This where selector does not work in Internet Explorer, any version of Internet Explorer. So we have like about a 90%, 90% on that selector compatibility. So I guess just be aware of that. And yeah, I mean, I don't see it as problematic. I mean, just, something to know. Cool. I mean, I think the only downside is that theoretically you could get in a position where you have no idea what the heck's going to render because, these styles will not be scoped. I don't actually know how that fails. Maybe just none of them get applied. Actually, that makes sense. Like probably none of them would get applied inside of like an older browser. So it is cool though to see that being done literally just with CSF. Yeah. Okay, CSS. So add global style sheets. Okay, cool. So now we're going to create a styles files source. new file. What was it? styles/global.css, I think it was. Yeah, styles global CSS. I'm gonna grab this here CSS and paste it. Do we get an automatic refresh on that CSS page? Well, we're not linking it, so definitely not. Interesting. Okay, cool. So we're going to import this not through HTML linking, but via the Astro file. Interesting. So going to import that. Now it does change, does automatically, because we're importing it on the JavaScript side, I assume. Now this is only going to apply to, yeah, it's still only going to apply to this page because this is the only template that we're applying it to. About page, and you should see the new styles applied. Okay, interesting. Okay, again, skipping this, not because it's not important, but because, you know, we don't have a lot of time. Okay, so where are we now? Okay, where are we going? Okay, in this next unit, navigation component that presents a menu. Okay, footer component. Okay, so we're going to be going through kind of components. Okay, again, we're going to be going fast through this stuff. So create a new source components folder. Okay, so this seems like pretty standard fare that we're going to have. And I kind of ranted on this a little bit earlier. Not a huge fan of like different directories. Ooh, oh my gosh, not a huge fan of what I'm doing right now. New folder. Good gracious. New folder components. Okay, so we have a components folder, and then this is going to hold certain components. Don't love that I have to put them in a separate part of the file system. A little bit of a bother to me, but it is what it is. I'm fine with it for now. So we're going to do a navigation Astro. They have it uppercased. I am very much opposed to uppercasing file system names. I've been bit by that a number of times. So I'm going to do a lowercase navigation Astro. We're going to put our front matter code fences in. I'm just going to call it both things because I don't know what to call it. So front matter code fences it is. Okay, import and use navigation.astro. Okay, so we're going to, actually I'm going to do that because we already have those. So let's go to index.js. Let's go home first so we can actually see it all kind of pop into place. We will import, that'll be at the top, import that component. And this file doesn't exist, so that's got to be a lowercase n. That should work. Why is it? Navigation is declared but never, okay, never used. So I assume we're going to put this here. Navigation. I apologize if you hear the Roomba doing its thing over there. Okay, cool. So the navigation popped in super fast. Again, this reloading thing is like NARS bars fast. Okay, cool. We did that. Great. Okay. Do I want to do the tests? Okay. Yeah, let's do it. You can do this when you have elements repeated on multiple pages. Restart the dev server, refactor to use reusable components, make a new factor. Astro components are reusable fragments of HTML. Both of the above, yes. Astro components will automatically create a new page on your site when you include HTML, refactor, put the Astro file. Yes. Okay, cool. Checklist. Good to go. Okay, so we. I'm just checking things off that I didn't read. Create a footer. Okay, so let's get into a footer. So we're going to make a new, so this would be footer.astro, new file, footer.astro. Now, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like we've kind of lost the thread here, like in terms of like learner journey, where now we're just doing like not particularly bloggy stuff. Uh, I kind of want to go more into the, I don't know, the stuff that pertains to a blog, I guess. Um, so I might just kind of like fast forward through a lot of this stuff. Um, so footer, like this. Actually, wait, if I auto complete that, yeah, there we go. That'll put that up there for me. So now we have a footer. So learn more about projects on GitHub. Okay, cool. So did ourselves code check-in. So I like this. Yeah, code check-in, like kind of these, like if you broke it on accident, here's what the code should look like. Pretty cool. Okay, now why is it still yelling about those? So I did use those. Already included file name. Only encasing. Why is that error still there though? I changed the... Weird. Huh. Already included file name. Huh. I'll have to look into that. Unless you know. Okay. Oh, Ben's saying something to me. Yes. Kebab case file names all the way. Yep. 100%. I also like kebab because I like food. That said, I think Astro might expect Pascal case. Ah, that's so odd. I don't like it. um, Man, I don't know about that. It is mad about that. Not a fan. Not a fan. Let's see if this goes away. I am not a fan of this style of kind of style enforcement. Again, that's about me. That's a thing about me. Interesting. Still mad. Already included file name differs from file name only encasing. What did I? But I changed it though. This is perplexing. I don't know. I'll come back to that. This is, yeah, that's a super odd. I'm not sure why it's bugging me about that. Okay, so create a social media component. Okay, do we want to do that? I mean, like, I guess it is. Nah, let's not do that. Style your see, one thing that's kind of a bummer about certain, like, about tutorials is like you never know like what you can get away with, like not doing, and what's going to be like gonna get built on later down the road. So this is always kind of like a bummer. Like, can I skip this and move on to the next section? Okay, so this is, I mean, it's kind of I'm gonna leave it off so we know that we skipped ahead and didn't actually like do that. Okay, so let's look at these sections. So create social media, build it yourself, header, try it yourself, add responsive styles. Okay. Send your first script to the browser. Okay, all this stuff is cool, but not really what I'm after. I want to get more bloggy type stuff. Okay. Check in unit 4. Okay, so what are we going to do? Create usable layout components, pass content to our layouts with slot, pass down the markdown formatter to, okay, so this stuff I do feel is important to us. Let's see, check in, create a blog post, archive, generate tag page. Okay, I would like to get to this stuff, and we have about like 35. I have about 35 minutes left. Build your first Astro island back on dry land. Okay, that's funny. Take your blog from day to night. No island required. Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's build a layout component. Let's do this. Okay, so, all right, Ben, thanks for being here. Good to see you, always. Thanks for being here. I'll see you later in lunch dev. So enjoy the rest of the stream. Yes, thank you. Okay, so we're going to go, so build your first layout. Okay, so we're going to do this. So create a new file at the location source layouts base layout.astro. So we'll go to source, new file, layouts base layout.astro. Okay, we're going to grab all of this. I'm just going to read through it real quick, even though I know that it will probably get described to me momentarily. So we're going to import. Okay, and so this is the thing. I didn't create a header file, so I did kind of screw myself there. So we're gonna take that out for now. We're just going way off the rails, but this is exploratory. I just want to learn the concepts. Okay, so footer from a. Okay, so we got that. We have our styles. Yes. Icon, favicon. Got that. Title, page title. Yes, perfect. Okay. Now we're importing the scripts menu.js, which seems like it was probably added elsewhere. Let's see if we can get away without it for now. Okay, so now in our index Astro file, we're going to import it and use it. So we can get rid of all this. Import, layouts, base layout, Astro. Save that and get rid of those. Base layout. Slot like that. Okay, and so then we have a subtitle there, kind of because the title is going to get shown from the base layout. Import base layout from. Okay. Now, what error are we getting? Cannot read property of null, reading default. Okay, was it not exported as a default? Base layout. Maybe I didn't export it. Do I need to export it? HTML. Okay, so this should export default, right? User layout and page, import base layout from, replace the code source pages index Astro with the following. Okay, so add the slot element. Okay, so this, no, okay, slot, that's not in this one, that's in the other one. Okay, that's probably what it is. Yep, there we go. My bad. Okay, so now we should see that H2 come in where that slot is. Yes, perfect. And so like if I move this around, that will, wherever I put it, that's where the stuff that's getting insert in there will work. It's interesting. So in React, this is children, and you kind of use it as like as a prop. So it's interesting to have like a first class component for this type of thing. Okay, cool. So we have this. So pass page specific values as props. Okay, so pass the page title to your layout component from the index.astro using an attribute. Okay. Okay, so we're going to delete this then, right? Okay, page title is not defined. And here we'll say page title is, actually we have a variable for that. So we can say page title, right? Yes. Now it looks like we're probably have to change this to be props, I guess. They called it props. I wonder if that's the way it works in Astro. Page title. Astro props. Ah, Astro props. Okay, so let's undo that. Let page title equal Astro.props. Okay. Okay, cool. That's interesting. I actually really like that. Yeah, I do like that. It's pretty clever, actually. Especially because we have this whole template in here, we're able to use it everywhere. So I'm able to put it as like, able to use it like, so place it in front matter in the case of, you know, like a markdown file, but then have it affect this whole layout without having to do any kind of cleverness around, you know, like loading the head later and whatnot. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so try it yourself. Okay, so we did this. I am going to skip these for now. Okay, so can I create an Astro layout component with a slot? Yes, so I can do both of these, spend page specific values. I appreciate that example. That example is actually very nice and concise. Let's see, where are we now? I have takes on islands. Let's chat after. Yes. Same. I'm sure we can find someone to describe islands to us. Okay, cool. This is the part of the stream where I just start laughing hysterically at myself. And yeah, let's do that. So when you include a layout formatter property in an MD file, all your front matter YAML values are available to that layout file. Okay, cool. So they'll be available on front matter Astro props. Very cool. Have the following front matter property in post 1. Okay, so in post 1, so let's go there so we can actually see this take place. So post 1. Okay, open post 1, and we're going to add a layout file. Could not import. Okay, so what did I do? Add layout. Okay, this is a new one. Markdown post layout. Okay, so let's do this. New file, markdown post layout .astro. I assume we'll get something to copy and paste here. No? Oh, right here. Duh. Okay. Okay. Okay, cool. So my first post. So now I can get rid of this and just did that slot. So you can see the, oh wait, nope. Oh, this I want to stay the same. But what I want is to remove that from post 1 where it's duplicated. Okay, cool. Now, if we go to post 2, that's not going to show. So we're going to have a markdown, use our markdown post layout that we had here, post 2. There we go. And then do the same thing to post 3. Now, this is actually an area where I'd be curious to see. So this is something that I think is really great about 11t, is that it has these data files. So instead of having to put this on every single one of these, I can just create a JSON file inside of this post directory and kind of put some of the shared stuff. So that is a question that I have, is like, are there data files that I can take advantage of? So let's carry on. Maybe we'll get there. Okay, so we got that. Okay, test your knowledge. Get published. Great, test your knowledge. Can you figure out what should go here in the blanks? Okay, I saw that and I was like super confused as to like this bizarre underscore syntax was, but it's just a test. Okay, so combine layouts to get the best of both worlds. So nest your 2 layouts. Okay. Okay, got it. So I'm going to import. So this is the Markdown post layout. Markdown post layout, which we will be importing. Interesting. Why did that? Is that YAML? No. Oh, I was just, I didn't paste. I did a P, a Vim P. Okay, so we're going to do that. We're going to wrap this base layout like that. Okay, so now we have wrapped that in our base layout. Super nifty. Let's see. Main page layout. Yep. Okay. Notice that your page title is now displayed twice. Okay, I think I fixed that. Or maybe I didn't. Post 1. Maybe I did. Yeah, base layout. It should be showing twice, but it doesn't look like it. My first, because we have it here, front matter. Oh, because this one doesn't use the right. So if I did it like they were saying I should do it, which would be page title equals front matter title, then we will see it twice, and then I can delete it from here. Perfect. Okay. Got it. Got it. Good. Okay, cool. Got that. Good. Let's see what's next. So this is unit 5, Astro APIs. Okay, so I think this is where we get into the globs and static paths. Yes, globs and static paths. Okay. Okay. So let's dive into this. Let's see what we have next. So access data from all your posts at once using Astro Glob. Display a dynamically generated list of posts on your blog page, refactoring to use blog post component for each list item. Okay, so dynamically display a list of posts. Add the following code, blog.astro to return. Okay, so we're going to open blog.astro. Okay, time to close up some stuff. Too much stuff happening. So blog.astro, what do we have here? So we're going to do all posts, and all posts is going to look like this. So const all posts equals await astro.blog, and then it's going to grab all the markdown files inside of pages post. Yes. Blog. Okay, cool. So we're going to get, so that's all posts. Pages post star.md. Okay. Grabbing all those things. Okay, so now we're going to add this all posts. This is going to be a little map over here. So unordered lists, all posts.map, post list item, post URL. So that's kind of a special field, and then front matter title. So these front matter things are all things that we own, and then the URL is like a special thing that you get from Astro, I guess. Okay, so we have all those now. Very cool. Everything looks copacetic. So we did that. So we have the, okay, so honestly, I love this API, the Astro Glob API. Like the fact that I can just like get all that stuff from the file system, like this is really easy, like the easiest I've seen being able to do this stuff. So really, I mean, props on that because that's really handy. Okay, so add new blog page by creating a new post 4 file. Okay, so I think this is just to illustrate how all this stuff is dynamic now. So new file post4.md, paste that in, and now we have a post 4. Very lovely. Challenge, create a blog post component. Not going to do that right now, but I can see how it would work. So blog post, URL post, title. Okay. Cool. Now let's get into static paths, I think. Yes. Okay. So you can create entire sets of pages dynamically using .astro files that export a getStaticPaths function. So create pages dynamically. Create a new file at source page tags tag Astro. You will have to create a new folder. Notice that the file tag Astro uses square brackets. Paste the following code. Okay, cool. So this is going to be square brackets tag Astro. New file tag.astro. So the cool thing about this, this is, I think, a fairly known file system convention at this point where if you put in square brackets, then that gets used as a, I think to use next language, it's like a dynamic segment, which comes in as a prop basically. So Astro or params. So Astro params, we can take tag off of that, and the URL is going to act as that value. So so get static paths, and then I guess these are the ones that we're supporting. Let's kind of see how that works. So save that. We're gonna hit a tag. Let's go Astro first. Okay, no, did I not do this right? Tags, oh right, new file, no, new directory, new folder, tags, and then this tag goes in there, move, yes. Now we should be able to go tags, tag, Astro. No, still not right. Pages, tags, tag.astro. Pages, tags, tag.astro. Okay, so we pull out 2 directories to get the layout. Yep. Okay, so why no like? Oh, duh. Oh my word. What am I doing? Okay, cool. So we have Astro, post tags with Astro. Okay, so we know that we support that the static paths. What happens if we do something else? Okay, so we don't support that. Okay, cool. So what does it say about that? So the getStaticPaths function returns an array of page routes, and all of the pages at those routes will use the same template defined in the file. Okay, so we just have to define all of the routes. Okay, makes sense. If you have customized your blog post, then replace the individual tag values, e.g. Astro, success, community, etc., with tags used in your Markdown. Okay, make sure, so it's not dynamic. I have to use getStaticPaths to set it up. which is fine. Okay, cool. Make sure every blog post contains at least one tag written as an array. Okay, so that's interesting. So if it's empty, okay. So let's see. Did I have? Now this is just setting up the page, so it doesn't actually grab the content, right? Yes. Okay. Okay. Check that you also have pages created for each of your tags: tag success, tag community, learn in public, etc., or at each of your custom tags. Okay. Use props in dynamic dynamic routes. Add the following props to your get static paths function in order to make data from all your blog posts available to each page route. Be sure to give each route an array, the new props, then make those props available to your component templates outside of your function. Okay, so what do we have? So base template, get static. Okay. Interesting. So what does this do for me? Oh, right. This is how we actually get all the posts. Okay. So let's do this. So get static paths. So this is an async function. We're going to add that, which is, again, going to get all of our posts. And then we're going to run, what is this, props? Now it seems important. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to shut up for a second. Okay. Okay. Formatting is a little funky. Now I need to do all this. So in our filtered posts, so post.filter each post by the tags, including that tag. Interesting. Okay, so this is going to be, I think, outside of get static paths, right? Yes. Something happened here. Yes. Okay, so this will be outside of get static paths because static paths is going to like build up all the pages, but I think I need to define it beforehand. Okay. Tag, that goes there. And then I think filtered post goes down here. There's a little bit of like mental gymnastics here, which is kind of weird. So we're importing the layout. We have this async function that's going to do get static paths, but then all this stuff happens down here, but then it's referenced above it because this function is it's like in a different life cycle, I think. Fascinating. But then these are going to be used for the template down below. Interesting. Okay, cool. So that worked. So you can even refactor this to use blog post component instead. Yes, okay, we didn't create that component, but we know how to do it. So check that all the blog posts contain tags. Okay, so what was it? There was success. No, there was, I don't know if this is going to work in public. We'll put no, what is it? %20. Okay, let me just look at these. Successes, got it. Successes. Okay, unity. Okay, got it. Okay, so that works. It's filtering those properly. Very nice. Let's see, you now have an array unique tags with the element Astro, success, community, blogging. Now this is actually like, so when I've been thinking about, kind of switching away from 11D and my favorite feature being that, or not one of my, not my favorite feature, but a feature that I use being that like next and previous, I have started to think that this would be a better substitute for that, where I'm actually filtering things based on similar tags and then suggesting additional articles that are related in concept. That doesn't work for the progressive stuff. I mean, honestly, like this thing that we're doing right here, but I think that there may be other ways that I can get around that. So anyway, this is helpful to see because I wanted to know today how to do that tagging thing. Okay, so let's see. Where are we right now? So create an array of all of your existing tags. Add the following code to provide you a list. So we have all posts. Okay, so let's just follow this, see where it goes. Okay, add the following code to provide you with a list of every tag used in your blog posts. Okay, so what did it do? Map, filtered tag, flat. Okay. So why would this be happening in get static paths though? Oh, because we want to add it as a prop. Yeah. Okay. So replace the return value with get static paths function. Okay, cool. So this is neat. I gotcha. So now that we have the unique tags, we can do this dynamically, which was going to be my question, which I shut myself up about because I figured that it would get answered at some point without me having to do much exploration. And I'm glad that I did because I would have, wasted a lot of time. So this is going to take the filtered posts, which is here, still confuses me. Does this work? This is so bizarre to me, this thing. So we have an async function, yeah, and so then I guess, yeah, it's going to be able to use filtered posts. Okay, cool. So let's do that. So then theoretically, I think what we're learning through this is that all of these pages still work because the things that we don't have posts for will not work. So cool. Let's see, Astro. Okay, cool. Good to know. Unique tags. So we can take out, so a getStaticPath function should always return a list of objects containing params, what to call each page route, and optionally any props data that you will pass along to the page. Earlier, you defined each tag name that you knew was used in your blog post and based on the entire list of posts as props to each page. Now you generate this list of objects automatically using your unique tags array to define each parameter. And now the list of all blog posts is filtered before it is sent to each page as props. Be sure to remove the previous line of code, filtering the posts, and update your HTML template to use posts instead of filtered posts. Okay, so I think it's saying that we can get rid of this. So filtered posts. Okay, so we're defining filtered posts. That's why. Okay, so we're defining filtered posts there. And then this is just going to be posts. Man, clever. Okay, I buy it. Sick. Nice. Okay, final code sample. Okay, I think we have all this in place, but just to be, I love this. I like this whole final code sample catch up business. Except I broke something. What did I do? Oh, I don't have a blog post is why. That's right. So this is just a we go. It's confused about posts though. There should be posts there. Delete. There we go. Okay, cool. Let's see. 8 minutes. Can we do one more section in 8 minutes? Maybe. Okay, what do we have? Okay, yeah, no questions, comments. If you're here, sound off. If not, it was nice having you here while you were here. You won't hear this because you're not here anymore. Okay, build a tag index page. Use the folder index Astro routing pattern. Try yourself, make a tag index page. Okay, I'm not super concerned about this. I like this snippet here with the set. That's pretty cool. Okay, that, get it. Let's see if we get into, so, okay, cool. Yes, this is where I wanted to get. Okay, so add an RSS feed. So this is something that I was very curious about. Now, it might depend on some of the other things, but we'll backtrack into those if they are necessary. So we're going to kill this, and we're going to run npm install at Astro.js RSS. So this is going to add one of those Astro plugins for us. Restart the dev server, which we had by killing it. And then run npm run dev again. Okay, so create an XML feed. So create a new file, source pages /RSS XML. So pages source new file rss.xml. Okay, we got that. And then we will paste in this. So import RSS from Astro. So that's the library that we just created. The library that we just imported. Export const get. And so we're going to say RSS. So Astro learner blog description, my journey learning Astro site HTTPS. Okay. We'll just leave all that stuff for now, even though it will be customizable. So import meta glob. So this is a different import syntax, which is interesting. And we're going to import all of the MD files. And then the language is English US. Now, let's see if that works for us. RSS.xml. Okay, no pages RSS.xml. Okay, so there should be pages RSS.xml. Now, does this need to be an Astro file? XML.js. There we go. That's the problem. .js. Okay, cool. So now we should have it. Yes. Okay, cool. There we go. So this XML file. Okay, so we have all 4 of our blog posts. They don't have any content. Interesting. Okay, let's continue. See what we learn. So yes, we visit that. We see be sure to quit the preview and restart dev server. Okay. Okay. So is it just going to be like a link list, or is there a way to add the content? So let's find that package. So what is it? It's the Astro npm JS Astro at Astro RSS. Is that right? Okay, so what do we have? Astro RSS. We're going to import that title, description, site, import. Okay, yep, we got all that. Site, glob, drafts, true. So we can customize some of that. Custom data, style sheet. Links, title, pub date, description, content. Okay. Okay, so content. So full content of the item should be valid HTML. Okay, so kind of skips over how we can include the content. Interesting, which is kind of a big question mark for me. So let's see, in our Markdown post, we have a slot, and so then the Markdown just works there. Okay. Let's see. So Astro blog. Let's see if we can find the. Let's see if we can find the Astro blog. Oh man, I got two minutes. Astro blog starter. Let's see if we can find that on GitHub. No, Astro themes. Themes blog. Where was it? It was down. So this is the one. Get started. Yes. Okay. Cool. So let's go into source pages. RSS XML JS. Does this have content? It does not have content. Okay, well, I mean, I guess that's as good a place as to end as any, because that is a big question mark. I'll have to do some more research and then like come back to that. So we'll see. Okay, so yes, thank you so much for hanging out with me and kind of learning a little bit more about Astro. I learned a ton of stuff in this time. I was really actually excited to see how the tags worked, and there was a little bit of confusion for me in how to make that work with static paths, but I do appreciate that there's a very clear example now that I could follow on my own stuff. I am concerned about this RSS thing and not having a clear example on how to get content out there, because I do want the content to come along with the RSS feed and not just like a bunch of links. Maybe I'm misreading something, but I'm not seeing that in the thing. So yes, Maple Leaf, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you being here. If you have any information for me on like how to like kind of follow up on the content thing, I appreciate it. But yeah, I'll probably dig into that next time. So yeah, hey, thanks for hanging out. If you want to meet some cool people, check out the Lunch Dev Discord. That's discord.gg/lunchdev. You can follow me on Twitter at Chantastic, and or subscribe, like this video or this live stream if you want to see more videos about this kind of stuff from me. That's it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Now I just gotta find that stupid button that actually ends this thing. Might be a minute. Could very well be a minute. All right, I found it. Bye.